Hello. I'm not real sure how to say your name. I don't know if it's Okki or Okki, but you may have to tell me in your next video. Anyway, I was going to show you the setup that I've got um, for the Tesla's electricity from, I guess it'd be wireless electricity, coming where you can hook it to the ground and pick up the electricity through the air. And what I did is actually scaled it way down because I've been playing with these big coils. We talked about that, and just playing with this little scaled down version. This is actually a microwave transformer that I took apart, kept the coils intact, and used another transformer winding on the inside to help with the electromagnetic coupling between the two coils. It's probably unnecessary, but I did stick it in there, and I'm using that as a scaled down version because I was playing around with this the other day, and the output, if you hit the exact right frequency, which I can't quite redo what I did, it actually turned off this function generator and the TV in the other room. So I'm trying to scale it down enough where I don't blow something up in the house, and so that's what I did. It seems to be working quite well even at the lower voltage, but it's a similar setup to what you have, except this is just a spark gap that I built that's sitting on top of a primary winding coil that I built. It's not attached or anything, it's just holding that up where I could see it, and it's the same schematic you have, except I'm using a low voltage 2000 volt cap. It's from a microwave instead of the 30 kVs, and it's coming from this switching unit, which is actually a flyback. This is a flyback on the inside. It's being driven by a compact fluorescent, or a fluorescent ballast, and the fluorescent ballast, between the ballast and the flyback, I've got this stacked set of MOSFETs to control the frequency, and I'm actually driving the flyback with it instead of straight to the coil with it, and it seems to be working because it changes the frequency, and it allows me to play around with this stuff without super high voltages. And anyway, I'm driving it with this Fieldtech function generator, which is really pretty good for the price, and it's nice and compact, and I've been pretty impressed with them. So my other function generator is about 3 times the size. It's a pain in the butt. And then also I'm adjusting a variable power through this variac. So, and pretty much it's running at almost full voltage. If I get it too high, the ballast wants to turn off. There's too much feedback. So let me show you what it does. I'll turn it on. And you can see it lights up the light. There's the ground wire going to the fluorescent, and if I hold it and touch the plate, there's not enough power for it to go through my hand, because it needs quite a bit more to light this fluorescent up. But if I hold this little neon, you can see there's enough amperage there to go through my hand and light it up. So it's like a real low, scaled down version of what you're doing, like I said, to kind of keep the EMF from being so strong. And then you can see, I don't know if you can see in between that spark gap there, it's running at 21.6, and seems to be about as bright as I can light that thing up. I did get some pretty good results with these big coils, but I'm not getting the kind of results you are, and I know it's because I'm not driving them hard enough. The flyback only runs at about 2,000 volts, and you know, I've tried a straight transformer from a microwave, and it's just too many amps. It scares me to play with that, so I've been doing this. It seems like the setup works, and you can see on this old Simpson that it's running at about 500 to 600 volts. The 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 scale is what you're looking at, and I've got it set up where it could read 5,000 volts, so it works. It's resonating enough that it actually will light this thing up, but I think my biggest issue is trying to drive this resonant transformer. And after looking at yours, it's obvious that I have way too many windings on the primary, so I'm going to go back and rewrap this, and may use a different kind of wire. This is the kind of wire on it. You can see it's stranded bare wire, and which I thought would work better. So I don't know, we'll try it with that, and then I'll try it with the big house wire like you've done. But you can see the little notches that I made, and I used my little laser machine to build these. And that's one thing cool about having a laser cutter, is you can make all kinds of cool stuff. So like once I get this figured out, then I can sink it in the oil and have it finished. So this is what I'm kind of playing around with. It's not something that I'm in a big hurry to do because I've got so much going on, but the next step would be to replicate what you've done. So far it hasn't worked that well, so, and I think it's, like I said, the primary has just got too many windings on it, and I don't have enough voltage to make it couple right. So anyway, that's all. That's the way I got it set up, Okki, and I think that the only other way I can make this work is to throw maybe another transformer in there to get the voltage up. Any thoughts would be great. We'll catch you later.